We review it Wednesday.
Introducing your hosts.
I know there's been a lot of speculation of whether or not I am Matt Logan. And yes, I am Matt Logan.
I'm Tyler. Tyler Peterson.
Slugheads. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to peel back the layers.
Ooh, like ogres?
Yeah, but like an onion.
Oh, but ogres are like onions.
Ogres are like onions, but this one's a glass one.
Oh, never mind. Ogres
Knives
are not
Out?
Delicate. Yes, that's it.
That's you. Are you with us?
Yes.
Hey, thanks for joining us. You have a choice, and they chose us. Couple
Crazy
of knuckleheads.
people.
Really fun for me to see Daniel Craig
Yeah,
in a role like this.
his accent's so much fun.
Yeah. How do you say his name? Benoit
Benoit
Blanc.
I have no idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could never pronounce.
Is he from the South?
He must be.
Yeah.
That's the only place I hear that dick of an accent.
Right. But Dave Bautista and Kate Hudson, Edward Norton, we just talked about off camera. I don't really care for him.
Yeah.
He did a good job in this.
Yeah.
Jessica Henwick, Kathryn Hahn, Leslie Odom Jr. There are quite a few. Ethan Hawke cameo, Hugh
Yeah.
Grant cameo.
It's movies like this are kind of crazy.
Kareem Abdul cameo, Serena Williams cameo. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
I have a hard time paying attention to movies like this. I am not good. Clue is a game I am not good at. That's where I'm like Benoit. Maybe it's too easy for me to understand, but that's not true at all. I just have such a hard time following all the different pieces that are happening.
See, this is the kind of movie that actually puts me right on the edge of my seat, and I'm like in it.
Yeah.
Like I'm all in it.
Yeah.
100% in it.
You have a good eye to detail.
And so Ryan is it Rian Johnson, right? I didn't look it up.
Yeah, Rian Johnson.
Rian, okay.
I don't know. He did the 8th Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's how I remember him.
Yeah, writer director.
Yep.
Some people, after I watched this, some people went on and said that this was terrible writing and the storyline, the plot, all this stuff, and a good detective movie, you're not going to do this and that, and you're not going to lie to the audience and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know if I agree with all that, but one of the things that I did think he did a really good job on this and writing this, and the fact that, the way they did, what would that be called, the screenplay or whatever, the way they kind of laid everything out.
Yep.
And then brought you back. And
Yeah.
I think they did a dynamic job on that, in my opinion.
Right.
Some of that, Daniel Craig's accent added to the story.
Absolutely
and
did.
All those things. And I'm not sure if they were trying to, do you think they were making fun of the masks?
The masks?
Yeah, the pandemic, they were all wearing the masks.
where they started them, and it's
And I feel like they were trying to make fun of it.
Yeah.
I think
it was weird.
it was weird. So there's a few of those things,
Yeah.
I thought were pretty interesting.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I thought, I always get intrigued of how they get all these actors to come together and do a movie like this. And it was a good movie in the sense that it's focused around the detective, but everyone gets a good amount of screen time. It's shared evenly to me.
Yeah.
And to me, there's not one main person, but it really is kind of like a Clue game where you're focusing on these different relationships between each character, which there's some directors, there's some movies that don't have that type of patience of we really just need to have one person stand out and carry the movie. This job did a good job of distributing it. So it was really cool to see those interactions and see those, so you could really see the motives behind each person.
Yeah. Now, I think that this was supposed to come out earlier than it did.
Yep.
Because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody makes the pandemic an excuse.
Well, when did the Knives Out movie come out?
Would have been right at the beginning of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
So, I mean, either way, it's a pretty decent turnaround to be able to write a whole new movie.
2019.
Yeah. So 3 years. So it couldn't have gotten delayed too much, but I'm sure there's a very good chance it did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it got delayed. I'm not 1,000,000%, but I'm about, interesting. So I just looked up the box office.
Yeah.
The first Knives Out supposedly did 311 million.
Yeah.
This one did 15 million.
Well, I
didn't
even know it was in the movie theaters.
It was only out a week
Yeah.
in the theater, so I'm wondering how they're judging this.
Yeah. Because I thought it was a Netflix exclusive.
It is a Netflix
Well,
exclusive,
right.
and so they released it in theaters for 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't do that with all movies.
No.
I just thought it was. So I didn't even know it was in theaters. And
I
then-
didn't either. I wish I would have. I would have gone.
Because I think,
I want movies in theaters.
Yeah.
I love that experience.
especially things like this. I mean, you could watch it at home, and again, it's a lot of conversational stuff, but there's also a lot of details that's really enjoyable to watch on the big screen. And even the mansion that he has would have been so cool to showcase on a bigger screen.
Yeah.
I thought they all interacted really well. It was really fun to see them play out and get to understand why they hated some people, were bonded to other people. So I gave it a 4.2. Again, there was I had a hard time paying attention to like following everything, but for the most part, it was really cool to see those relationships build. And so you get to see where they were at currently, but they also did a good job of showing kind of flashbacks of like the court scene, the Blanc and I forget what her name is. Spoiler, where the original person died.
Yeah.
And she
Janelle
replaced.
Monáe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to see that backstory. So I thought they did a good job of keeping it present, but also drawing back to the past.
I thought it was fun that they had her play a twin.
Yeah.
And they did it she did it very well.
Yeah,
I thought.
she did.
That was fun. So just within that role was a lot of fun for me. It's interesting to see Dave Bautista. He's doing a lot of different things, but yet still that muscle man.
Yeah.
It's interesting, I guess.
He and The Rock are just interesting.
Yeah. So to see that interact with these people,
Yeah.
like this group of people, like they called themselves the Disruptors.
Yeah.
Which was kind of weird.
Stupid name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing too with the acting, and this is going to be more for a commentary section. There were weird words that they used that don't exist. Did you catch that?
No, I
or
didn't.
Not? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have to point that out later.
Okay.
I'll show it to you later.
Yeah.
But I'll save that for a commentary someday. But that was a little bit odd and weird. So certainly, this is talk about I suppose opposite attract group
Yeah.
of friends.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're all from very,
very
different places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Miles Bron, obviously,
Yeah.
he's like the catalyst, but also the manipulator
Yeah.
and some of that in the group. So it was fun. I think that they did a great job. I think they shot this during the pandemic.
Yeah. They would have had to.
So I'm hoping they were making fun of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But
Hopefully.
there was a few places I thought it was interesting.
Art is interpretive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I gave them a 4.5.
Okay.
Just because it was super refreshing to me.
Yeah.
Because we see so many things that are not written this well.
Yeah.
And to make the characters this authentic.
Yeah. And this again is a movie that is driven by the characters.
Yes.
So you have to have good character development. Otherwise, the movie does just suck because you don't have action, you don't have comedy. It's just why do we care about these characters, and why do the characters care about each other?
Yeah, I've talked about lazy writing in a lot of different movies, and I this is not the case.
No.
I think there could have been a few things. I'm not a writer, so I'm not trying to say anything, but I think there's a few places that they maybe could have done a little bit different.
Yeah.
But that's hindsight.
Right.
Right. So.
It was a lot of fun things to watch.
It was cool.
Yeah.
A lot of cool things.
I mean, it was all set on, for the most part on this one location. And again, they did flashbacks to other areas. But it was really cool to see even like the different lighting they did with the day and night stuff of how that kind of changed the sets, making it intriguing. And yeah, the trees, the posters. So I gave it a 4-4.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. There was nothing I would really change for a movie like this.
You know the one thing that tipped it over the scale for me on that cinematography
Those butts?
was the cheeks.
Yeah. I know you're a cheek man.
The son, and if you look at them, the actors, they're, whether it's makeup or it's real, they've got sun.
Yeah, right.
They've been
You can't make
burnt
that
a little
lighting.
bit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I thought that was great. Whether that was done purpose or not, I don't know. But it's like they're really out on on this island in the sun.
Yeah.
It was great. I loved that. That really tipped it for me. So I gave it a 4.2.
Okay.
On cinematography. Yeah.
Gosh. What did you think of I really liked also because we just watched the scene on the TV, not watched it, but where it said no smoking, and then they brought that again. I always like it when they have full circles on things. Yeah. Because if that scene was by itself, it was like, well, that's kind of unnecessary. But then when everything's burning down at the end, no smoking, no smoking. Meanwhile, he's just there enjoying it because even if he's smoking or not, that alarm's going to be going off.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. No, I know that. And that to me, that's the writing, right? Like that's a full...
They understand the story. They understand what they want to tell.
Yes.
And let's close the loop on a lot of different things that are happening.
Yes, absolutely. So I really did. I enjoyed that.
I feel like we don't... There's things we don't grade, things we grade now. Costume design, we're not grading. But I think you would have been... If you were to grade costume design, when I was watching this movie, there was there's a lot of things I think Matt would like about this movie. Because, again, things popped. Yes. People had different... not costumes, but dresses, shirts and stuff like that. I was like, man, I really do enjoy seeing what people are going to wear.
Yeah. No, this would have had high score for me.
Yeah.
We talked about how you had to watch this twice.
Yeah. I watched it because we've had some weather here.
Yeah.
And then...
I know, it's good to be back.
Yeah. It's been like 3 weeks.
It's been kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So we were going to reveal 2 or 3, probably 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Yeah. And so I had watched it. And again, my attention to detail. When I tell a story to my... in the moment, I say...
I think one of the weeks I was stuck in an airport, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
It's getting delayed. I'm not sure if I'll be back.
Exactly.
All right, just let me know, Matt. If you're here, I'll be here. If you're not here, I probably won't be.
Yep.
But I have not the best memory for detail.
Sure.
When Meg and I get together after we get done with work and stuff, and she asked me how my day was, it's it was good.
Today? What?
I went to work. I clocked in. I think I clocked out. Not really sure. So a movie like this, you really do have to pay attention to the details. And for me to review it and even talk about it, it was I really need to watch it again so I could remember kind of some of the highlights that were happening. And so, I thought it was good. It's definitely not my type of movie in the sense of I have to pay attention to it. And again, I should be paying attention to it. I mean, that's what movies are for.
Right.
But I enjoyed it. But it's, again, probably not a movie I'll watch again or continue watching. So I give it 3.7. And again, it's just not my type of movie.
No, that's perfect. I get it. I really enjoy it. I talk about Stephen Moffat before.
Yeah.
He's well known for Doctor Who writing.
You betcha.
And I'm sure he's written a lot of other things. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But this reminds me of that type of writing where you have just a ton of detail in there. This kind of movie does. It keeps me right on the edge of my seat, not because it's a thriller or a freak fest. Freak Fest Friday.
There it is.
Movie that we're going to be doing.
The 3 Fs.
Some of those, and but it's so detailed. I really like that. I'm like, oh, what am I need to pay attention. What I'm going to catch, and
I'm sure even for you,
figure it out.
It would be a movie you would rewatch only to see. Now that you know, again, movies like this are typically to watch for me. You watch it once to experience it, to enjoy the story, to enjoy the relationships.
What's the feel?
What's the feel of it? And then you get to figure out what the resolution is at the end. You watch it the second time, now that you know the resolution, to pick up on some of the small details of how do we... Oh, that makes so much more sense to where we're at.
Can I buy this?
I don't think so.
I don't think you can.
No. Good old Netflix.
I looked at Knives Out and you can't buy it. You couldn't, at least for a
the
little
original?
while. Yeah. You couldn't buy that.
Is it just on Netflix? Or where's it at?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Interesting.
But when I went to buy it, you couldn't buy it.
You shall not pass.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't
Just
remember why.
Take my money.
Right. But I enjoy stuff like this because of the writing, and so the entertainment for me personally is like a 4.3.
Yeah.
Because of the writing.
Yeah.
Because of the character development and things like that. So I really enjoy that. Even as the characters develop, they change like their hairstyles and like we talked costumes earlier. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like how they do stuff like that, and they did that in this film. There's a lot of holes in it too.
I was gonna say, why would if I were to be, whoever Edward Norton's character was, and this huge smart detective came to this retreat that he wasn't intended to, wouldn't you just ask him to leave?
Yeah,
because clearly he was the one that.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. It's maybe we should just disclaimer at the very front of all of our episodes.
Sometimes
we're gonna have spoilers, man.
Yeah. It happened. We're talking about the movie.
Yeah.
We're reviewing it.
Yeah. So, not trying to sit here and talk for 20 minutes and tell you about the 2 or 3 minute trailer.
That's right.
We're gonna have spoilers.
You got that right.
The killer is
Mr. Green.
I thought it was Mr. Clean.
Oh no, that's the bald guy.
Yeah, it's not the bald guy.
I think that's. Oh gosh, nope. My references are gone. You win. Checkmate.
Yeah, no, I guess, I don't know. That's all. I think this will be a fun commentary.
Yeah.
This will get into MILF.
You got that
Mondays
right.
for me.
You're gonna love it forever.
Yeah.
We're gonna milk it out.
Okay. Stifler's mom over there, or what?
I don't know.
We should do that one for Silly Saturday.
You got that right.
Yeah. So, if I can buy it, I'll buy it. If I can't, I'll hopefully keep Netflix. I don't know. I'm on the fence all the time with Netflix.
Every time I'm going to say I'm going to get rid of it. Red Notice was the last one. Yeah. Now Knives Out. It's it's always I have one movie every 3 months, which just keeps me.
They've been failing though as a whole.
Yeah, they have.
For me personally.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? I will say that. Literally, they're on the fence every month.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh. Okay.
I guess.
But hey, we want to earn your subscription. We want to earn your comment. We want to earn. What do we want to earn?
Their trust. Oh, an email.
We could earn an email.
Yeah, we could. And you could send that.
Yeah.
At LegitQ@Matty'sMovieMix.com.
Should we get out of here?
Peace.
Hammer the share button. Go ahead and hammer out a comment to us. Go ahead and hammer the like button. Go ahead and hammer the subscription button. Go ahead and hammer the notification bells, because you know what? That's the best way you can support us. We appreciate it.
Life's too short to wear a shirt. I mean, a boring shirt. Check out www.shinybrandproducts.com.